If this doesn't convince you to get a gun for protection, I don't know what will.
Starting in January, a new law will go into effect in Illinois called the Safety Act. Part of it eliminates cash bail for most offenses. Today, the Winnebago County State's Attorney says around 400 inmates at the county jail will be released. Under the new law, people arrested for many criminal cases, including battery, robbery, and vehicular homicide, cannot be detained no matter the severity of the crime. Unless there is evidence, they're a flight risk, and a judge can only detain someone for murder and armed robbery if there is a real and present threat to the safety of the community.
People, you are on your own, especially if you live in a state where the leadership is more concerned about appealing to this incessant obsession about wokety wokeness. I'll be the first to say that cash bail systems in this country definitely need to be reworked, and I can understand doing this for nonviolent offenses. But under this law, crimes such as aggravated batteries, robberies, burglaries, hate crimes, aggravated DUIs, vehicular homicide, drug-induced homicides, all drug offenses, including delivery of fentanyl and trafficking cases, are not eligible for detention no matter the severity of the crime or the defendant's risk to a specific person or the community, unless people prove by clear and convincing evidence the person has a high likelihood of willful flight to avoid prosecution. What the f***? They even had the audacity to call this the Safety Act. That's like inviting Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy to a gospel festival in Southside Chicago. There's nothing safe about this act. You just gave every criminal in Illinois a list of everything they can get away with. This is stupid. Keep in mind, this is the same Illinois that is ranked 8th in the nation for having the strictest gun control laws. They're literally passing gun control laws that they're not going to arrest criminals for, and then turn around and say, we need more gun laws to keep people safe from the criminals you're saying you're not going to arrest for breaking those gun laws. Why is anyone still voting for these people? They make policies like they're children. Oh, let's pass this dumbass law so the blacks will like me. Oh, let's pass this silly little law so the Mexicans will like me. But tell them to pass a law like improving the educational system in these communities that teach these kids actual skill sets that they can then go out and make a good living with so that they don't have to actually be out in the streets? Crickets. No, instead, they pass laws that make sure the criminals in these communities stay in these communities, free to walk the streets, wreaking havoc until their next court date. And that's if they bother to show up, because also under this law, judges may no longer issue a warrant when a defendant fails to come to court. Instead, an absent defendant must next be served with a court order asking them again to appear, and then fail to appear a second time before a warrant may be issued. Yo, this is next level stupid, or evil, depending how far down the conspiracy hole you want to go. They coddle criminals by enabling their ability to stay out on the streets, while at the same time making it harder for the law-abiding citizens to exercise their Second Amendment rights. And here's what's really messed up. You're better off being a career criminal habitually breaking gun laws than you are as a law-abiding citizen who decides they're not going to follow unconstitutional gun laws. They'll let the career criminal go because wokeness, but they will prosecute the law-abiding citizen to the fullest extent of the law just to make an example out of them and scare every other law-abiding person from doing the same thing. You see, these wokety woke politicians use criminality to control the law-abiding. As long as the criminals don't attack the government, they're free to do what they want to the law-abiding citizens with little to no repercussion. The politicians will say to the law-abiding